Good evening. Today is Monday, November the 10th, 2025. This is a work session of the School Board Trustees of School City of Chicago, and the time now is 6:08. The place is the School City of East Chicago Administration Building, 1401 East 144th Street, East Chicago, Indiana. This meeting is recorded, will be recorded. Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Trustee Gomez. Here. Trustee Smith. Trustee Rodriguez.
Present.
Trustee Taylor.
Present.
Madam President Gibson King.
Present. Now we go to our discussion of collective bargain. Attorney Gallagher.
Thank you, Madam President. Pursuant to Indiana Code 2029-619, the parties' tentative agreement needs to be posted and noticed for a public meeting. That's what we're here for. I covered the terms that were bargained for in the last meeting, but again, teachers who received an evaluation the prior year will be entitled to a 3% raise next year, and teachers who received an evaluation the prior year will receive an $1,100 stipend. Those are the core terms that were bargained for, and if there's no public comment, the board can approve and ratify this agreement 72 hours after this meeting.
Hey. Well, are there any comments, questions? Hey,
From the audience or from us?
from the board.
I just have a quick question, Madam President.
Okay, go ahead.
Was that correct or corrected about the evaluation?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure. Thank you.
Okay, anything for you, Trustee Rodriguez? No, ma'am. Okay, Madam Secretary, roll call, please. Oh, no, we can vote on it, though.
Trustee Rodriguez.
Yeah,
Trustee Taylor.
we'll vote on it. Yeah, we're
The
gonna,
work
yeah, that's
session.
right. So roll call, Madam Secretary,
Okay,
I'm
no,
sorry.
we're not voting on it.
Yeah, we vote on next meeting.
That's on the next meeting.
That's on the next meeting, yeah. Okay, now we'll go to, let's see here, we'll go to our Graduation Alliance Data Sharing Agreement.
Yes. Good evening again, Board of Trustees. So I wanted to make a comment regarding our new format and structure. So our community will note that we are having our work session immediately preceding our regular board meeting. So we've been working to address some of the issues around maximizing our time and being better steward of our fiscal resources. So we've combined the meetings on one night. We will continue to inform and educate our community about how that structure has changed. So, and obviously, as our board is getting used to that new structure. So typically, we will have a work session the week before the board meeting. Now we will be having the work session, with the exception of tonight. The agenda items that are for discussion will appear on the next board meeting, not the one immediately following, with the exception of tonight. Secondly, those items that are for discussion will be for a voting on the regular board meeting on the fourth Tuesday. And then obviously we will go through the typical questions such as pre-board, which will be coming up shortly. So I want to take a few minutes to explain that structural change. So in alignment with our goals of making sure that we increase our graduation rate, we have partnered with Graduation Alliance, which is a national organization which is specifically designed to recover students who have dropped out. We have been boasting of a really tremendous graduation rate over the past couple of years, but I always want to point out that that graduation rate is our local graduation rate and not the state graduation rate, which is identified by cohort. So if you recall, a student, when they enter as a freshman, will be tracked for those entire 4 years for the graduation rate. What we end up happening is we lose some of those students along the way, And then we have a group of students that graduate during their senior year, and we do report how many of those students in that graduating class have successfully matriculated with a degree. But there is another rate that the state uses, which tracks all those students that enter that cohort. What we're trying to do is make sure that we maximize those students, either by cleaning them up off our roster and making sure that those are our students, so we want them to get a high school diploma. Graduation Alliance does that very thing. They track any of our students who we say are not accounted for from freshman year to senior year. They have a high success rate of tracking those students down, and then they enroll them in their program, which allows them to earn a high school diploma. And if they are within the state's 5th and 6th year graduation rate, as some of our board members might recall, then it does clean up that roster, and we can go back and adjust that graduation rate only if they are 5th or 6th year seniors, per se. So we're looking forward to partnering with them. This is no cost to the school district. It is another layer of support for students who have done two things. One, some of our students may have dropped out because they've decided to go work for their families, support their families, or have some other competing priorities. It allows those students an opportunity to still get a high school diploma, which does encourage or ensure that they have a higher wage earning job. And it does also allow us locally to clean off our roster and identify those students who have been unaccounted for. So that data sharing agreement is what the board will be voting on the next board meeting. And the data sharing agreement just allows us to share those students who are unaccounted for with Graduation Alliance, and then they will begin the process of locating those students. I've also invited one of our partners, Ms. Carolyn Taylor from Graduation Alliance, if she also is available to answer any other questions the board may have.
So, hi, how you doing again? Okay, I'm trying to get an understanding of this here. So this is no cost to our school district?
Correct.
And so are you the one that's going to be overseeing this?
Yes, I am.
So you wouldn't be no outside contract or anything that has to pertain with this?
Correct.
Okay, so, I don't know, how would you be collecting the data? Would you be talking to our students or going into the schools, or how would you be doing that?
So you would provide us with a dropout list.
Oh, we would,
Going
okay.
back 3 years. And
Pardon?
then we have a team of enrollment counselors that will reach out to these students and see what happened to them. Did they transfer to another district? Did they get their GED? If they still don't have a high school diploma, then we offer them an opportunity to get a high school diploma, not a GED, through our accredited high school, the American Academy in Indiana. And then we report back to the district all of that data, what's going on with those students. We also provide barrier data. Why did these students drop out in the first place, to help you improve practices going forward?
Oh, so you get the data from our school district, right?
That's
And
correct.
then, so you never have any contact with the students, talking with them or see where they want to, you don't have any conversation, I'm sorry, with our students, to ask what they would like to do or what what they want to be? You have no contact, verbal contact with them?
We do from the dropout list. So you give us a list of
Okay.
students. These are students that have dropped out. They're
Yeah.
not currently enrolled in school. They dropped out. So we're the last resort option for students that did not get a high school diploma from your
Okay.
district.
Okay.
And you approve that list and you provide us with that data. So the agreement is basically to share that data with us. In return, we provide you that data back to the district, and then also provide the students that did drop out an opportunity to get a high school diploma through the American Academy. The advantage to the district is that you can update your records. We'll provide you, like I said before, if that student graduated from another district. And then you're also providing a service to your students. If they didn't get a high school diploma while they were with you all, they have a second chance to get a high school diploma. And then those students would transfer off of your 5th and 6th year cohort records if they do in fact get a diploma through us.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. Are there any more
You bet.
questions for the board? Anybody in the audience?
Yes, Madam President.
Go ahead, trustee Taylor.
How often do you all provide progress reports?
We do 8 passes on a dropout list. So you'll give us that dropout list. We'll try to contact those students and families. We take a multimodal approach. So we do telephone, we do texting, social media, anything we can. And so there's typically a report that it's kind of an ongoing engagement, I would say, for about a month and a half. And then that data gets kind of stale. So whenever you want to see that data, by the time we're still doing that outreach, that 8 pass time frame, which again is probably a month or a month and a half, you can have updates anytime.
Okay, thank you.
So what did you say your name was again, please? Your name again, I'm sorry. What was your name?
My name is Carolyn Taylor.
Oh, Carolyn, okay. Okay, trustee Rodriguez, anything?
Thank you, Madam President. I do have one question. So with regards to the list that we give you, what has been your prior experience or history from other districts that, from the list that they have given you, how many have you contacted and gone through the process?
I had a little bit trouble hearing you. I think your question was, what's our success rate with the list when you send it over? Is that correct?
That is correct.
So on average, with the dropout list, we'll be able to find and re-engage about 10% of students. But I always say if we can help a couple kids, it's worth the effort. There's no cost to you in helping those kids do that. So I think from the last time we spoke, you guys have been doing a great job on graduating students. So we're not talking huge numbers here, but if we can help a few kids, there's no cost, there's no downside to you to do that. Did I answer your question?
You did. And in your experience, what has been technically the reason why most kids drop out in urban cities?
Yeah, typically, they're working, need to take care of young children. School doesn't work for them. Transportation are issues. The program that we operate, students can do their work when it works for them. So it's an online program. We provide all the technology. We provide a wraparound support to help these students. And so when school doesn't work for somebody, we serve as that last resort option. We believe that everybody deserves a second and third chance to better their lives, and the high school diploma is really just the starting point. So if students can't get a diploma, can or won't get a diploma from their local school district, this is kind of a safety net for those students.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you for your presentation, Ms. Taylor.
Certainly. Anything else?
Nope, I think that's
Okay,
it, Ms.
I'll go
Taylor.
ahead and exit and let you guys get back to your business. Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
And now, trustees, we can go through the pre-board meeting, and we will start with any questions from the board regarding any of the agenda items scheduled for the November 10th regular session of the board.
Okay. So we're finished, let's see, the pre-board meeting, open.
Well,
Okay, so we'll go through our board
Yes.
docs and stuff, okay?
All righty.
So,
Questions regarding, Ms. Sims is not here, but any questions we have, we will still record them. Any questions on the claim docket?
Madam President, I did have one question.
yes, trustee Taylor,
And it would be for Leela.
pardon, what you say
It
now?
would be for Ms. Simmons, so I just want to get it on
Oh.
record that I asked.
Okay, let me get to my dockets in, okay?
It's for claim docket, page 27, claim number 92049.
92049.
Yes.
Okay.
Just don't know if that's like a partial payment, a balance.
2049.
Guess I should have looked at the invoice.
Oh, I may be able to answer that one.
Okay.
So that is for I believe, our non-public schools for the use of their Sylvan Learning Center in their summer school program.
In their program, okay.
I'm trying to find my,
So, but what I don't know is if that's the final payment.
Okay.
You know, but that is, I at least give you that context. So 92049.
can I find my,
Summer school, August for a non-pub school. Okay,
Okay.
that's all the questions I had, thank you.
Any other questions for the claim docket?
Madam President,
Yes,
I
trustee
do have
Gomez.
one item, and this is on page 10. So this is, I believe this is check number 118861 in the amount of $25,136. The description does state interior LED upgrade, and just want to know what area that is in our district.
I'll be able to address that question. Trustee Rodriguez. As part of our summer renovation projects, we did do lighting upgrades at both Washington School and at the high school, and this was specifically for some interior lights. I'm unaware of which location this was, but it was either for Central or Washington.
Okay, are there any more questions? So now we'll go into new business.
Sorry,
Go ahead, trustee Taylor.
it was for Washington Elementary School,
Thank you very much.
just found the invoice.
Okay. I'm sorry, Trustee Rodriguez, did you have any other questions regarding that claim?
No, that's it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I see the invoice.
Item 5.01 is the approval for the proposal for Infinity Systems Strategic Plan Alignment Assessment. I'll pause because I believe Madam President had a question regarding our recently adopted policy, Attorney Harris. And so, as some of our trustees have noted before, that they've seen a number of items more than once, and I think it causes some lack of clarity around how many times they have to see it, which I'm hoping the new format of work session and then the regular board meeting will reduce it to you will only see it twice. Okay, so the question was, this original document came before the board in a work session. And then it was the board's new policy that it has to appear twice if it's new, as a discussion item and as an approval. And so it came as a work session and not officially on the board agenda, which means we didn't count it. Last time we counted as a discussion item. So tonight it is for the board to vote.
I view the policy the same way.
And what's the policy number? That's what I'm that's what I asked.
Okay, let me look it up. I'd have to look it up.
Okay, I get it. Thank you.
Okay.
That was what I want to know.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so, go ahead.
Questions regarding the Infinity Systems Strategic Plan Alignment Assessment? Any questions from the board? Okay. If there are no questions for item 5.01, We will move to item 5.02, which is the approval of a data sharing agreement, Graduation Alliance. As you recall, during the first, the work session, I did say, with the exception of tonight, you'll see an item twice on the same night. So we saw it during the discussion for the work session, and then you'll see it again on the regular business meeting. Any questions regarding 5.02, the data sharing agreement for Graduation Alliance? There are no questions for 5.02. We'll move to 5.03. Approval of an ESS addendum specifically for nurses. Any questions from the board?
Yeah, Attorney Harris, I'd like to ask, this ESS, did we, it was talked about, we was gonna only approve their contract for 6 months?
That was my understanding of our discussion.
Right, that's what I thought. Was that clear on the board for 6 months? When we talked about ESS?
For a trial, yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna
for
use
trial
as a
basis.
trial.
Right.
So, is it on the agenda today because we're adding a nurse role to it? Because before it was just paras and substitutes?
Yes.
Yeah, but we want to make sure the contract is right.
Okay.
So it's not often that I see the signed version after it's all done, but I can request that to make sure I take a look at it. I see it on the front end when we draft it, when it gets on the agenda, and then from there, normally it's Ms. Bigham that takes care of getting your signatures and keeps the agreements on file. But I can make sure that there isn't any type of error or something that needs to be caught, that it's for a longer period than the 6 months that you approved.
Right, because we said that we wanted to see how it's going to work out.
Yes, yep.
So is the intent, I'm sorry, Madam President?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so is the intent for adding the nurse, is for, I'm assuming call-offs, or is it to fill in a vacancy?
It's for both.
Okay,
So there's been some challenges through resignation and trying to make sure that we don't have any interrupted qualified nurse staff to support student medical needs. But it also will address the issue when we do have a nurse call off for them to be able to replace that nurse or have a sub so that we don't have any stresses because one nurse is leaving a building to go cover another nurse, which was fine, but I believe our student population has become a little bit more medically fragile across the district.
so then my next question is, are all of our staff nurses LPNs?
No. So we have a variety of nursing licenses. We do have, at that last check, I might have to check the verification, one RN, who serves as the lead nurse. And then we do have LPNs and CNAs.
Okay. Only because it specifically says LPN substitute nurse. So I don't know if we could only use the services if we are, LPN for LPN as opposed to like LPN for CNA, just as an example. So I
Yes.
don't know how
Yeah,
that's supposed to be.
I believe the staffing agency is able to secure LPNs,
Okay.
which is why it's only listed. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions regarding 5.03? Approval of ESS addendum. Okay. If there are no questions regarding 5.03, the next item is 5.04, which is the approval of the collective bargaining agreement with East Chicago Federation of Teachers, Local 511. Any additional questions?
I know we just need to make sure that we get signatures from all the board members at the end of the night because of the 72-hour ratification requirement.
Yes. What are our recommendations for our board members who are not present?
Say that one more time.
What's your recommendation for board members who are not present?
They didn't vote. It doesn't mean they can't sign, actually. Legally, it doesn't mean that they can't sign, but their signature wouldn't be necessary, though,
Because they didn't vote.
because they
Okay.
didn't vote.
Thank you, Attorney Harris. Okay. Okay. Our next item is 5.05. It is the approval of a memorandum of understanding with Indiana University Northwest for student teaching. And they are just updating the existing MOU. Questions regarding 5.05?
What was the update?
Oh, just the year.
Oh.
It expired.
Okay.
Did you say the year expired? Okay.
Yes.
So it's going to be today's date, November the 10th?
Yeah, it's going to cover this school year. Oh, I'm sorry, it will last for 4 years. Okay. All righty. If there are no other questions regarding 5.05, the next agenda item is 5.06. Any questions regarding the professional development request for 5.06?
Are any of these required?
Yes. Hold on for 1 minute.
And do we have a copy of them?
You mean in your board packet?
Yeah, professional development requests.
You should have.
Okay.
The IDOE PSAT data workshop is required. And that would be the only one.
And who is that? Who's attending that?
That will be our high school staff for PSAT and SAT.
How many people?
It's a total of 1, 2, 3.
People attending. What is the conference called?
It's a training for, from
Training.
the IDOE for SAT and PSAT. They have to go through that training in order to be school testing coordinators.
Some of these already happened, right?
Trying to find that
Let's
shit.
see, there's one scheduled for today.
So they already went, right?
That is correct. And then there's another one for the kids conference
That was no amount, so that's fine.
at the beginning of
There
November.
was no charge for that one.
That was no charge. Other questions regarding 5.06? If there are no other questions, we'll move to 5.07, the personnel report.
Can you provide a little bit more explanation on number 4 of page 2? I think I've ever seen it like that before.
I'm sorry, if I understand your question, is why they're listed on our personnel report?
What page, trustee Taylor?
Page 2, number 4,
Page 2?
yes.
So,
No, just kind of, just a little understanding of it. I guess this is my first time I've ever seen one like this, and it may be common, but.
that may be true. I think we're trying to be a little bit more consistent. So sometimes you will see a staff member, or actually you will see a person listed on the personnel report who's not our staff member if, because they're one of our non-public schools, we pay them directly. And so in order to do that, they are listed as our staff member. Sometimes, and so you'll see this for personnel. If it is for like summer school staff, you may also have seen them on our personnel report. So we may be paying those teachers directly. If it's for professional development, you may see them listed on the personnel report, or if they attended a conference, we will have issued a check on a claim docket to the school. Just depends on how they're being used. All right, so you will see this person, I believe there's another person listed who are not SCEC employees, but we pay them directly.
Thank you.
My question is, the teachers, third grade teacher and first grade teacher, were they hired through the ESS?
No,
Oh, they wasn't?
no.
Is anybody on here that was hired through them?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask if, when they hire somebody, can we just have a sheet on here that says who they hired, ESS, who they hired, how much money they paying individuals? We like to have a sheet added in here, when they hire somebody.
We'll include it in a comment if it is a employee that we are hiring away from ESS.
Prior to ESS, whenever we hired a sub, did we see it on the personnel report before?
You will not. So they are billed, or they bill us, and so you will not see them on the personnel report because it becomes an invoice.
That's what we asking, we need, because see, I was under the impression that these teachers, since we are using ESS to hire teachers in Paris, what have you not, that's
No.
what we're using them for?
We're using ESS to provide subs
Subs, okay, so they only providing subs, and who else now?
and pairs.
In Paris only, okay, so they're not hiring teachers,
No,
No.
they're not hiring
Okay.
teachers.
okay. But still, if we can have a page, like
So-
I asked.
Well, it should be in the claim docket when we do pay them. I believe I don't know if their bill made this claim docket.
So maybe we'll see them on the invoice.
So, right, so you'll see them, and then whoever
Okay.
was listed. So you'll probably see them on the next claim docket.
Okay, let me ask, would these people still be employees of ours?
No, they're employees of ESS.
Be at ESS, okay. So they would be just on the claim docket,
Correct.
how much we paid them?
He's asking, will we see the dollar amount per person? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, per person, I
Yeah.
don't want it all lumped together.
No, you'll see I've seen the draft of the invoice, so it'll be the person where they subbed and how many hours, et cetera. And then it's a total.
But we're paying these people, right? We are paying these people, that's.
We're
what-
paying ESS.
Oh, ESS, okay, okay.
Okay, other questions for the personnel report? Okay, if no other questions for item 5.07, the last item is 5.08, is the approval of the superintendent goals for the 2025-2026 school year. Any questions from 5.08? no questions for 5.08. That will conclude the new business agenda, Madam President.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Bonet. Now, we're gonna, adjourn this meeting here. Get a roll call, Madam Secretary.
Madam President, I make a motion to adjourn.
Motion made by trustee
Second.
Rodriguez, second by trustee Taylor. Roll call, Madam Secretary.
Yes.
Yes.
Madam President Gibson King.
Yes. So, we're gonna take a break here, and then we'll go into our school board meeting. Gonna take a break, then we're gonna go into our school board meeting. Pardon?
Yes, I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess that's us.
Oh, okay.
No one else is up there.